As the sun slips beneath the horizon in the Arizona desert, shadows stretch long, and the world transforms into an unfamiliar realm. Here lies Slaughterhouse Canyon, a place where the unseen haunts the air. Locals whisper about its sinister reputation, dismissing it as mere legend, until it's too late. These stories cling to you, ghosts that follow your footsteps out of the canyon, lurking in the dark recesses of your mind. Tonight, we delve into those shadows. These aren't just ghost stories. Some of what you're about to hear, it actually happened. The legend of Slaughterhouse Canyon begins with unspeakable tragedy. Long ago, a man lived there with his wife and children, surviving on the fringes of civilization. Food was scarce. Each journey for supplies was a gamble. One harsh season, the man left for town and never returned. Days dragged into weeks, and hunger gnawed at his family. The children's cries drove their mother to madness. Desperate and delirious with hunger, she ended their suffering. Some say by strangling them. Others claim she drowned them in the creek. Clad in her blood-stained wedding dress, she wandered into the canyon sobbing until she vanished. To this day, some swear they hear children crying deep in the canyon, followed by a woman's anguished screams. As night falls, these cries grow louder, as if drawing nearer. But why did this tragedy unfold? Some say it was not just hunger, but a descent into madness fueled by isolation and despair. The canyon itself seemed to conspire against them, its walls closing in like a vice. The mother's mind unraveled as if possessed by an unseen force whispering terrible things. Others speculate that something darker lurked within those shadows, a presence that fed on fear and desperation. Was it mere madness, or something more sinister that drove her to such lengths? The questions linger like ghosts themselves. The canyon's reputation is more than folklore. Locals speak in hushed tones about wails heard after dark, warning visitors to steer clear at night. Yet for some thrill-seekers, such warnings are invitations. In 2012, 2 hikers camped at the canyon's entrance reported waking to children sobbing. The man later recounted, "It sounded like they were right outside our tent." When he unzipped the flap, no one was there. But a woman's voice echoed through the canyon, "Where are my children?" They left soon after. Other hikers have seen a woman in white near their campfires, her head tilted as if searching. Some tried speaking to her. She vanished upon approach. Others claim she simply stares. Nearby ranchers report strange lights flickering across the canyon at night, like lanterns carried by unseen hands. These encounters are not isolated incidents. Over decades, countless stories have emerged from those who dared venture too close. A local historian recounts how generations have passed down tales of eerie happenings, a legacy of fear etched into community memory. Skeptics dismiss these accounts as mass hysteria or tricks of light and sound, but believers argue otherwise. They point to patterns too consistent to ignore, voices that seem to call out from beyond time itself, apparitions appearing only when least expected. Some claim these hauntings are echoes of past tragedies replaying endlessly, a loop trapped within canyon walls where reality blurs with nightmare. The Slaughterhouse Canyon legend has sparked debate. Skeptics point out there's no historical record of such events. No documents mention a family living there or matching missing persons reports. They argue it's an urban legend meant to keep children close to home. But others argue that absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. Paranormal researchers note Arizona's vast wilderness. Settlers often lived isolated lives. Entire families could vanish unnoticed. The canyon's rugged landscape remains largely unexplored, leaving secrets buried. In 2004, paranormal investigators spent a night in the canyon. Their grainy footage captured eerie phenomena, disembodied voices, strange orbs of light, shadowy figures moving just beyond view. Some say it was staged. Others believe it's too raw to dismiss. Yet controversy surrounds these investigations. Critics question their methods and motives, while supporters insist on their authenticity. The footage has been analyzed repeatedly, each time yielding more questions than answers. Some researchers suggest geological anomalies may contribute to phenomena experienced here, the unique mineral composition affecting electromagnetic fields or even human perception itself. Others propose more esoteric explanations, a convergence point where dimensions overlap, a portal through which spirits pass freely between worlds. What makes Slaughterhouse Canyon truly terrifying isn't just ghost stories, it's real-life vanishings. Over years, several hikers and campers have gone missing here. Some are found days later, dazed and confused, with no memory of events. Others remain lost forever. In 1998, two college students vanished while hiking near the canyon, their tent found miles away, ripped open with belongings scattered. No trace was found. In 2009, seasoned outdoorsman David went missing. His body discovered near the creek days later, with no visible injuries. The coroner listed cardiac arrest as cause of death. But friends insist David was healthy. And his expression? Sheer terror. What could scare a man to death in isolation? Why couldn't he escape? These disappearances fuel speculation about what truly lurks within Slaughterhouse Canyon. A malevolent force preying on those who wander too close. An ancient curse woven into its very fabric. Some believe these vanishings are sacrifices demanded by vengeful spirits trapped within. A toll exacted for trespassing upon sacred ground, where past sins linger like shadows cast long under moonlight's gaze. Others wonder if something darker still resides here. A predator unseen yet ever present, waiting patiently for its next victim, drawn inexorably towards oblivion's embrace. Slaughterhouse Canyon is not to be taken lightly. If you find yourself near it at night, remember this: if you hear children crying, don't follow. If a woman's voice calls from shadows, turn back immediately. But if silence reigns, that's when you should be most afraid, for the ghosts of Slaughterhouse Canyon may already be watching. This is not just a story, it is a warning passed down through generations, a reminder that some places are best left undisturbed lest they awaken forces beyond comprehension. For those brave enough, or foolish enough, to venture forth, heed these words well, lest you become another chapter added unto this tale eternal. Thank you for joining us on this journey into unknown realms, where myth meets reality upon haunted grounds, such as Slaughterhouse Canyon. If intrigued, subscribe now for further explorations into mysteries untold. Remember always, though, sometimes legends spring forth from truths buried deep beneath sands shifting endlessly across time's unforgiving expanse. Until next we meet, stay curious yet ever cautious, dear listener, for who knows what awaits beyond horizon's edge, beckoning silently unto thee.